What would your 15-year-old self think about the life you are living now? What happened to becoming rich plan? You hated school every single day of your life so far. Point. Why the hell did you become a teacher? Wait, you've been in college for how long? I'd be shocked that I was even alive. Surprised that I'm doing everything I thought I never could. You're still collecting Pokemon cards. Prove it. And I take back a card from childhood and a modern card to show him. Knowing me, I'd definition believe it after that. Glad that you are finally getting your shit together, but sad to hear you went another 15 years without finding your life partner. Would probs be jelly of my gaming setup to lol. Show 15-year-old me a picture of my wife, and he'd think I was lying. Disappointment and shame. So much wasted potential. That's probably what 15-year me would say, but I'd probably say right back, well, sucks to be you kid. I guess good luck dealing with the oncoming tidal wave of mental illness your brain's gonna welcome you into adulthood with, because I've made my peace. Proud with some underlying disappointment probably. My art skills got a lot better. I managed to become a software engineer in an industry I always found fascinating. I make enough money to live comfortably and not worry about bills too much. I made so many more friends compared to when I was a teenager, because I used to be introverted, but now I actually enjoy social gatherings and talking to people. On the other hand, my depression has me call in sick every few weeks because I literally can't get out of bed, and then I scream in frustration because I feel bad for not finishing my projects in time. I do make bad life decisions quite often, and then spend way too much time and resources to unmess up my life. But all in all 7/10 would do a lot of it again. 15 years old me was really fat, lonely and wanted to join the army. I lost weight, got the girl, joined the army and only lost all my hair. Fair trade-off if you ask me. Actually dated in college and got married, despite being told by those around me that no one would be into me for my hobbies and worldviews. Making more than 100k, despite being told I'd be a deadbeat by those around me who make less than 30% of what I make now. Actually working in cybersecurity, despite everyone around me saying there was no viable career in tech. Living in New England instead of Satan's butt, aka the Southeast. Still play video games and watch anime, despite everyone saying I'd grow out of it and dismiss my interests. Still have long hair, despite everyone dismissing it and saying I'd grow out of it. 15-year-old me wouldn't believe it and be incredibly jealous lol. I was motivated by pure spite for those around me lol. Was a pipe welder making $30 an hour with only a jet. Not too shabby. What's that? You broke your back at only 32 years old, had 2 back surgeries and still took 10 years before they would approve you for disability. Shoot me now. Why isn't she making art anymore? My sister was an amazing artist in high school and she went and became a doctor and focused entirely on her work for 30 years. When the pandemic started, although she was overworked as a doctor, she decided to try painting again. And when I visited this summer, I saw her amazing paintings. She never lost her eye for beauty and her painting skills came back fairly quickly. She set up a little painting area in her house and it's full of her work. I'm glad she rediscovered her love of art. I'd encourage you to go back to your art. Consider any time off you took as just a break and not an end. Surprised that I was wrong about the utility of learning a foreign language, and with my proficiency at speaking it now, pleased that I do quite a lot of fun stuff. Disappointed but not surprised that I didn't turn into some sort of Casanova with the ladies. 16-year-old, not quite 15, used to skive college, to go down to the river, to read/meet guys and joke/fantasies about running away and pirating a boat. I've legally just acquired a boat with my husband that we will live on soon. Due to the nature of our job/it being cheaper to live on a boat, we will be able to run away for almost half of the year, to go on adventures and still be able to afford to live. I'm living her dream, or will be very soon. Probably horrified I came to terms with my sexuality instead of pretending I ran a Britney Spears fan account, because she's an ingenious artist. Ecstatic I left my country, happy but not surprised that I chose a tech career. 15-year me would be shocked that I wasn't married already with 4 or 5 kids. I was raised as part of a religious group where that's what they taught young girls. Girls date boys within the church, get married to them in the church, have kids for the church, die and have a funeral at the church. I was nearly set up to date men as high as 12 while older than me. Every woman would encourage me to date a good Christian man and have kids. 15-year me will be surprised that I no longer attend church. 15-year me will be surprised that I don't want kids at all ever. 15-year me would probably be speechless finding out that I'm a raging bisexual who cut their long hip length hair down to a pixie/boy cut, that she dyes rainbow colors. She would probably think I'd lost my way, but in truth I've found it. I can actually order food from the restaurant without having a panic attack. I can talk and have conversations with everyone. I try my best to live like a normal person that isn't hindered by social anxiety 90% of the time. I think there'd be a mixture of disappointment and hope. I know they'd be really upset at our weight, since they'd realized how upset our parents would be. I also think they'd really be disappointed at how our education has gone, as even I am. But I'm working on not judging myself so harshly for either. I think they'd also have hope seeing us moving out and also getting away from some of the bad part of our life. And like they'd be so happy to see we moved back to our home state after living in the hellish nightmare of therein. Honestly, just happy I'm still alive. At 15 I got heavy into substances, never heroin or general downers. I was a party drug person. Ease coke, speed, for a time ketamine. Now I'm 10 years clean and have my wife to thank for it. I done a bunch of substances and enjoyed myself, but once I met my wife and things were getting serious, I walked away, settled down and started a family, which is something 15-year-old me thought I'd never have. In summary, at 15 I'd thought I'd be dead by 30 if I kept going the way I was. Now I'm standing tall at 34 with plenty to live for. 15 was when my active addiction became hardcore. I mainly used weed, coke, and alcohol. I didn't start coke until 18 though, when I was living out of a motel room and making $1,200 a week. I'm now 19, living in a recovery house, and had a little over 4 months clean. Sometimes I can't believe that I've been able to stay clean for this long. I've had so many people tell me that because of my age it isn't gonna last. My mission is to prove them wrong and stay clean one day at a time. Damn, we did it. Was homeless, abused in every way, depressed, angry, self-harming, wanting nothing more than to die, but had a sister to take care of, couch surfing, working in food service so I could eat. Used high school as an escape from life, even if I hated everyone there. Now own my own home with a big yard and a pool. Married to a fantastic human with 2 young kids of our own. Have cupboards overflowing with food. Can go to the store for pickles without overdrawing my account. Have 2 awesome dogs and great friends. I'm sure I'd also judge me for being a corporate sellout and wonder where the punk went. But all I ever wanted was a home and a family, and fought my A off to finally have it. As someone who dealt with severe insecurity as a kid, I'd be completely and utterly shocked at how blessed and happy I'm right now in my 40s. I'm married to a beautiful, loving, caring wife, and I have 2 of the most sweet, fun, and adorable kids. I have a fun job where I earn more money than I thought I would, and I own a house. While these are completely normal and common aspirations, I never thought I'd have any of these in my life. So I'm pleasantly surprised and completely and utterly satisfied with my state. So 15 was the hardest year of my life. I'm not gonna go into details for the sake of privacy, but I will say it was basically when the sh hit the fan. I'm 19 now, living in a men's group home, and I'm starting to get my life in order so I can live independently. 15-year-old me would be shocked and amazed at all that I've accomplished in the past 4 years. He'd also be shocked that I'm still alive. The biggest one though would be that I've been clean for a little over 4 months now. I honestly sometimes look back at all the progress I've made, especially in the past 4 months, and am shocked that I've been able to keep myself afloat for the past year on my own. I got kicked out of my mom's apartment in June of 2021 when I was 18, and have been doing so much better ever since. I still talk to my high school guidance counselor from when I was 15, and he mentioned one day how I'm more successful without my parents. It's just amazing how freeing it is when you break those shackles off and can accomplish more for yourself and do what you want.